Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about flat rates on UberEats. So UberEats came up with a new way to earn on the platform, and that is the flat rate system, which seems like an earn by time clone that, shocker, Uber copied from other platforms and other playbooks, right? So with this video, we are talking about everything that you must know about the new flat rate system on UberEats, what they tell you versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to go over in this video is very market dependent on what applies to me, and my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. How flat rates work. Opt into a flat rate opportunity. Check the Opportunity Center for available upcoming flat rate periods. If there are periods available, you can opt into specific times at set rates for a future period. So it isn't like the normal Uber experience where you just click go and start driving. You have to sign up for it specifically. If you don't see the tab, that just means there isn't any available at the moment. I got the notification for this and I didn't see this available, so don't be surprised if that happens to you as well. Begin your flat rate period. Whether or not you're already online or when you go online during the set period, you'll start receiving orders at the set hourly rate. In order to maintain the flat rate, you can decline or cancel one offer per hour. If you cancel more than one offer, your flat rate period will automatically end. You will be able to resume accepting standard Uber Eats offers if your flat rate period ends. Note how they said that. You'll start receiving offers at a set hourly rate, not being paid for your time. This is the significant difference that we talk about between active time and online time. Just because you're online doesn't mean you're earning money through the flat rate system. So regardless, you're still paid for the work you do and not your time. How flat rate earnings work. Your earnings will be based on active hour, which means the hourly rate will be applied towards the portion of an hour that a trip takes from acceptance to completion. You will also keep any applicable promotions and 100% of customer tips. Example, a trip takes 30 minutes from acceptance to completion at a $20 an active hour rate. Means $10 earned plus tips and promos. The estimated earnings you see for an offer are based on how long we think the trip will take. Your actual earnings may be higher or lower depending on how long the trip ultimately takes. Keep in mind this is an example and will vary from market to market. Also, with how the example shows it, it makes it seem more alluring than it would be in practice. This is a standard marketing technique. I just got offered one today. It was $13 an hour, which is just sad. Why are we piloting flat rates? Flat rates provide you with upfront information on earning potential for specific time periods. The flat rate option provides more earning choices and is available for a limited time. Flat rates may not be available in all locations or for all couriers at this time. Keep an eye out for any potential flat rate spots in the Opportunity Center in your driver app. So they don't really want to keep raising prices on orders that keep getting rejected. So instead of keep boosting the pricing and hoping somebody takes it, they just put it in there and hope to save money on the order. What time counts towards the set flat rate? Your earnings during the flat rate period will be based on the hourly rate and calculated based on the portion of time spent on each delivery from acceptance to completion. This includes wait time at merchants and time in between batched trip deliveries. This is cool if you're okay with waiting for orders and just want to accept an hourly rate, because at the end of the day, it only makes you money when the restaurant doesn't want to do their job. What about tips? You will receive 100% of customer tips and any applicable promotions. Don't expect that much though. Most orders are there because no one was taking them in the first place. Are there any other terms and conditions that I should know about? Uber may notify or end flat rate offering at any time. Access to flat rates is not guaranteed and may be revoked. Uber's other policies and terms continue to apply the flat rate offering, including, for example, Uber's community guidelines and your platform access agreement. Uber reserves the right to delay payment for the purposes of investigation investigation and to withhold payment or deactivate accounts if Uber determines in its sole discretion that a person has used or attempted to use flat rates in a fraudulent or abusive manner in violation of any applicable law or regulation. This is true for all platforms, though. On Doordash specifically, the Rational Driver actually mentioned on the Behind the Wheel Discord server, which is a Discord server that's not attached to any kind of content creator and is helping gig workers level up. Doordash removed him from Earn by Time mode. Nugs was deactivated with a Earn by Time hack with airplane mode, and sure, he got reactivated, and yes, that is great for him for sure, but most people are not in his position and he would have been deactivated permanently. So don't be that guy. Not only is that against TOS, but it doesn't really help you either. Stop trying to game the system because it's really only hurting you. Can I reject or ignore offers when using flat rates? If you reject 2 or more trips within the hour, your flat rate ends. You can still accept the standard Uber Eats offers. Declining or canceling more than one offer within a 60-minute window will result in your flat rate period being automatically ended. Once you exit a flat rate slot, you cannot return to that same slot. However, you can visit the Opportunity Center to opt into future flat rate slots. This is standard for flat rates and Earn by Time opportunities. You can say no once and that is it. It works better for Uber in the sense that there are no zones, so it isn't like you are less likely to get orders in general if they send you out of the zone, or you have to switch zones in order to have a higher chance to get orders, and then you can't return until that time is used up, and it changes the promotions and stuff like that. So because of Uber's flexibility, it may work in your favor in that way. What happens if an eater or merchant cancels a delivery? The same payment and cancellation terms apply to flat rate periods as to standard offers. For example, if an eater or merchant cancels a delivery, you will generally be paid for your full time on trip if you've already picked up the order. See Uber's full terms for more information. However, the cancellation will not count towards your cancellation rate and will not impact your use of flat rates mode. Couple of things on this. Number one, you will be paid for the time on your trip if you've already picked up the order. That doesn't mean you're getting the tip. And if you haven't picked up the order yet, in a lot of cases, drivers got $3. I don't know if that's going to apply here, but I think that would apply in general. They're going to definitely use that if you've already picked up the order logic so hard. Considering I have had orders canceled and have had it counted against me with an inconsistent frequency, I would not be surprised if that last line is less than true as well. Another thing on that is that there is a significant difference between you canceling an order and having an order canceled. So if you need to call support and they say something stupid like,
"So you can go ahead and cancel the order on your end, and don't worry, it won't count against you because I'm a support agent and I was able to prevent this."
They just don't want to do their job and they're lying through their teeth. So make sure you tell them to cancel it on their end. And in most cases, they will just cave and do their job, but some of the others go,
we just can't do that on our end.
Yes, you can. Stop lying. Do your job. You dumbass bitch. I do have a couple of side notes that I would like to go over on this subject. Scams build scarcity mindset. We touched on this a bit earlier, but if you're trying to game the system and trying to get the most out of an hourly rate, that is just displaying to yourself and your creativity that you're just trying to squeeze from this one company and one system as much as possible. This is going to create a resentment for the work you do and the dependence on the company that you're doing this with, as well as limit the growth of your income across the board. Still not as good as multi-apping. Look, I said this before, I will say this again until I'm blue in the face. The best way to make the most money as a gig worker is to diversify your gig portfolio with multiple apps and niches and develop an exit strategy. It's awesome. You're on Uber Eats. That's great news, my guy. How about on Doordash? How about on Grubhub? Food delivery is slowing down. What about grocery delivery? Instacart, Shipt, Spark. Grocery delivery isn't your thing? What about catering? Deliver that. Zifty, Food Fetch, Delivered, etc. Package delivery can be Amazon Flex, Veho, Jitsu, medical courier. This list can go on for days. Did you develop an exit strategy? The gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal, not the goal. Are you building a business outside of this? Are you investing your money into stocks, real estate, something to that effect, something that has long-term value? This way, if something happens to one of your gig apps, it isn't financially or emotionally painful for you, and over time, you don't have to worry about the money you make anymore. All in all, just make sure you are doing what you can to remove any dependence on these apps as you can, because no one is going to look out for you better than you are. Did I miss anything? Is there something else about flat rates on Uber Eats that I've yet to cover in this video? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody and everybody knows anything and everything that they need to know about flat rates in general, so that way we can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.